Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be ranking the zodiac signs from best to worst. Now mind you, I know I'm super late on this trend and it probably came out like in the springtime or like sometime early this year, and I'm doing it hella late, but I don't really care because it's my channel and I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. Now before I start, I'm gonna let y'all know two things. The first is that I'm a Capricorn bitch, and that's on what period. But yeah, I'm a Capricorn, the best of the best. And then the second thing I'm gonna let you know is that I'm not actually gonna do best to worst. I'm gonna do worst to best and like go from the bottom. I said bottom from up here. I am stupid. Bottom to top. Anyways, let's get to it, bitch. Alright, so to start it off with the bottom of the bottomest, the bottom bunk, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But the bottom of the totem pole, bitch, is Sagittarius. Y'all get on my nerves. From all of my personal experiences, I've always argued with a Sagittarius. Y'all are just too fiery for me. Like, y'all just got too much energy and y'all are too, what's the word, argumentative. And I can't deal with that. Like, I just feel like y'all are always looking for a reason to fight with someone, and y'all are always looking to start problems. Y'all are always causing problems, and somehow every problem dates back to you, and you're like the cause of it, and you're the root of it. I don't really understand why. Maybe because y'all are problematic. I don't know, and that's no hate. Oh, I should mention that I don't hate anyone in this video, but y'all probably get that by now, but like whatever, I don't hate anyone. Anyways, Sagittarius, yeah, I feel like y'all are very argumentative, and I've argued with literally every Sagittarius that's ever come into my life, and y'all, I just can't. I'm all about peace and love, bitch, and I can't deal with that energy. So, deuces, y'all at the bottom. Alright, so the next one is Libras. Now, for the Libras, I'm gonna start with the good thing. The good thing about Libras is that y'all are really social and y'all are really talkative, and the thing about me is that I am the opposite of that. I feel like I, as a Capricorn, am very reserved, and I feel like a lot of Capricorns I know are reserved. So my thing is, the thing I like about Libras is that y'all can get me out of my comfort zones because obviously we balance each other out because y'all are more outgoing and I'm more introverted, and that thing obviously balances out. However, what I will say about Libras is that y'all can be very indecisive, and I don't really like that because I know that for me, sometimes I don't want to be the one that's making decisions, and I want the other person that's with me to take charge and be more assertive, and y'all just can't do that for me, and I don't really like that because you know what? I don't know if y'all have seen my other YouTube videos where I complained about my ex. My ex was a Libra and he was very indecisive, and I remember this one time he literally yelled at me because I asked him what we should do. That's how indecisive he was, and I can't deal with that. If all y'all are like that, I don't want it. I don't. Back the f up.
Because I'm not dealing with that.
Now at number 10, we have Aquarius. Now the thing is, I don't think I've ever beefed with an Aquarius, so you'd be surprised why they're at the bottom. But my thing is, from what I've noticed, y'all can be sensitive about the littlest things. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being a sensitive person. Like, I feel as though I'm a sensitive person, but y'all take it to the extreme. Y'all would literally sit there and complain and cry about the littlest things, and I can't. Like, y'all are too much for me. I feel like y'all take things to the heart and y'all take it to the extreme. Like, y'all get so like fed up and like hurt over the littlest things. Like, someone could tell you that they don't like you in the moment, and then you'll just sit there and cry about it and just be like, oh wow, so you don't like me? When did you stop liking me? Like, stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, get over yourself. It's not that serious, like, bro. But what I will say about Aquarius is that I do appreciate is that you guys are also very social. However, what I have noticed is that y'all have the type of personalities where you're not the leader of the group, you're more so the follower. And I'm not gonna say that's everyone that's an Aquarius, but from what I've noticed, the Aquariuses that I know, y'all are not like the leader types, y'all are the follower types. And there's nothing wrong with being a follower, because you know, sometimes you need that extra push and someone to give you direction or whatever. But what I am saying is that y'all seem to be in that direction more, and y'all seem to be that type of person. Alright, so at number 9 we have Geminis. Now I know what you're thinking. Everyone always hates on Geminis. The only reason they're so low on this list is because they're so hated on and blah 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 blah. No, the honest truth is I don't know a lot of Geminis to make an actual judgment on them. That's why they're like closer to the middle, but like on the bottom side, but whatever. Anyways, what I will say about Geminis from what I know about them or what I've been told about them is that they have like dual personalities or like split personalities or whatever, which I don't really see anything wrong with that. I don't know. As long as like you're not harming anyone and you're not mean or whatever, that's all that matters. But I do know 2 Geminis. I'm not very close to them, but they've been nice to me, so it is 1 o'clock at night. I don't know what vehicle that was, but you need to get out. Anyways, like I was saying, from the 2 Geminis that I do know, they've been pretty nice to me and I haven't really seen a bad side to them. But what I will say is that I know that Geminis are a fire sign, or I think they are. Which probably means y'all are very fiery and argumentative, which is I'm assuming about y'all. So if that's the case, I gotta go. Alright, so next on my list is Aries. Now, similar to Gemini, I don't know a lot of Aries. Like, at the top of my head, I could think of 2. And like, okay, so one of them was a friend and she was pretty dope. And then the other one was a guy that I used to talk to. And like, he was also pretty dope. So I'm kind of confused because I remember looking up like compatibility for Capricorns, like romantic compatibility. And it said that Aries and Libras were like the worst, like they're a no-go. Which I know it's like dependent on like a bunch of other things, not just your like moon sign. Is that my moon sign or my sun sign? I don't know. What, girl? I don't know. I can't think straight. It's like 1 o'clock in the night. I know that apparently Capricorns and Aries are not supposed to be compatible, but I did get along with that guy. So I don't really know what that's about, but from what I can see, y'all are pretty cool. Y'all are pretty dope, pretty chill. Y'all are cool people. Alright, so at number 7 we have Cancers, because they're a cancer to our lives. That wasn't funny. Anyways, from what I know about Cancers, y'all can be very passionate, very sentimental, and very emotional. The thing about that is that I feel like it has both pros and cons. The pros are obviously that you're very emotionally invested and that you don't really have to worry about that emotional connection with that person. However, the cons can be that that person is way too emotionally invested, and obviously when you make decisions based on your emotions, that's not always the best decision for you. Like sometimes you need a bit of logic and you need like to be level-headed, and I feel like that can easily like mess things over for them because they'll be thinking too much with their heart and they'll be way too sensitive about situations because their emotions are too attached, and I feel like that could be a huge problem for them. And yeah, I think dating wise, like I would consider dating a Cancer, but I would be worried about how their emotions would be like in it. Like I don't know, it would be interesting to date a Cancer because they are very emotionally invested. Alright, I'm gonna keep it real. The next one was kind of difficult because for 6th place, 5th place, and 4th place, I've been going back and forth with like the signs. So I have Pisces, Taurus, and Leos, and I've been going back and forth with where they should be placed. But I think I'm gonna stick with the order with at 6th place is gonna be Taurus, and I feel like I'm betraying them because they're an earth sign, but I haven't built like a close connection with the Taurus yet. I don't know, from what I've seen, y'all are really crazy. Like y'all are mentally... Okay, let me backtrack because I was about to say something really offensive. What I will say is that y'all are really crazy, and like I feel like y'all can be like the life of the party. What I know about earth signs, that y'all can be grounded, and that's a good thing. I don't really know a lot about Tauruses because I can only think of one Taurus that comes to mind, and like from that one Taurus that I know, I feel like y'all can be very strong-minded and intelligent and pretty trustworthy. So that's why I gave y'all like the top half of the list. But the only reason y'all are at number 6 is because I haven't built a close connection with any of y'all, so I really wouldn't know how good y'all are, but I can also say that y'all are not that bad. So that's why y'all are in the middle, bitch. So yeah, hope y'all are happy. Alright, so the next one is Leo, and the thing that I appreciate about Leos is that I feel like y'all can be very charismatic and y'all just have like energy that's very alluring. Is that a word? I don't know what that word means, but I just felt like using it because I felt like it made me sound really smarter than I actually am. But I feel like y'all can be like energy that you want to be drawn to, and you want to just, I don't know, like y'all just radiate energy that like you wanna like get to know that person, you wanna talk to that person. But from what I will say about Leos is that y'all can be attention seeking, y'all really wanna be the center of attention, y'all are very stubborn. The thing about the center of attention thing, I also like being the center of attention, so that is where I have an issue because ugh, like bitch, I need to be up here, but you're also trying to be up here, and we're just gonna keep on trying to outdo each other, and I feel like that can be an issue. Also, I remember I was talking to a Leo like romantically or whatever, and the thing that was a huge problem for us was that we're both stubborn as hell, and I feel like I'm not gonna back down and you're also not gonna back down, so this wouldn't work because we're constantly gonna be clashing, and like our egos will just like, ooh, like we're just gonna keep on fighting and arguing, and I feel like that wouldn't really work out. But I do appreciate Leos. Y'all are cool. Y'all just have that cool energy, and y'all are dope people, I guess. So at number 4, we have Pisces, Pieces, Reese's Pieces. The thing about Pisces is that I feel like they're very balanced out. Like they have like that emotional side, and they're also like logically like there. And I really appreciate that because I like a person that's very balanced out. Also, the cool thing is that both of my parents are Pisces, and then my moon sign is Pisces. And moon signs are basically like your emotions and your moods and your feelings. And I think that's why I like Pisces that much, because it's my mood, it's my feelings, girl, it's my emotions. If I'm sad, it's because I'm a Pisces. If I'm happy, it's because I'm a Pisces. I don't really know how all that works, but what I will say is that I do appreciate Pisces because from what I do know about them, they're very balanced out, and I like that. The thing about Pisces is that they can be sensitive, and I do see that a lot in myself because obviously my moon is in Pisces, so I get that like sensitive side in me. So I feel like that's very interesting because I don't feel like I'm overly sensitive like an Aquarius, but I feel like I am sensitive when I need to be. And I like, for me, my sensitivity really comes into play when I'm like in a romantic relationship. Like I can be very yeah, I can be very sensitive in a romantic relationship. It's something that I kind of worked on, I guess. I hope I did. Hopefully in my next relationship it shows. But yeah, I can be very sensitive in a romantic relationship, and I do get that from my Pisces side. So shout out to my Pisces or whatever. Alright, at number 3, we have Virgos. Bitch, I love Virgos. Y'all are literally my soulmates. I always said that I have like this gut feeling, like an intuition feeling, that like I'm gonna end up either dating a Scorpio or a Virgo next. And I am ready for that. I am here for it. One of my closest friends growing up was a Virgo, and she is really dope, and I just feel like we connected. Like it was just like a puzzle piece, and like she was like the missing puzzle piece, and we just bonded. And it's just really great because I feel like Virgos are literally my companion. And if you like read about like compatibility, like romantic or like a platonic relationship between Virgos and Capricorns, like it would literally tell you that we're like hella compatible, and like we're just like made for each other, and we're like the perfect match. And yeah, I really love Virgos. The thing that I appreciate about Virgos is that y'all can be very level-headed, y'all can be very smart, and y'all can be very loyal. Also, the thing that I really appreciate is that y'all do well under like high pressure situations, and I feel like that could be very helpful because I know that if like something, like I don't know, if we were in an emergency, like if there was a zombie apocalypse, I would want to be with the Virgo because I feel like they would be like, okay, here's the plan, here's what we gotta do, here's how we escape, here's how we fight back, and all this BS. And I feel like that is very helpful, and I really appreciate that about Virgos. So shout out to y'all. And then at number 2, we have Capricorns. And I know what you're thinking. You're a Capricorn. Why would you put yourself second? Now, bitch, it's because I'm humble. Here's the thing about Capricorns. I'm gonna start with what I like. The thing that I like about Capricorns is that we're very ambitious, we're very hardworking, and we put our all into everything we do. Also, we can also be very loyal, and that is a fact. Like, you can fact check that. However, the bad thing about us is that, well, the thing that I don't necessarily like is that I feel like a lot of Capricorns can be very reserved, and they can be very introverted, and that was something that I wish could be like the opposite for myself. Like, I wish I could be more extroverted and like more outgoing, but like unfortunately in like social situations I would be the person who like take a back seat and like just like observe before I actually like open up to people. That is something that like I don't know, it's both a good and a bad quality because I am reserved, but then at the same time I'm not like building connections like as fast as I can be, or I'm not building enough connections that I can be because I'm very introverted and reserved. That is not what I like about Capricorns, or maybe it's just something I don't like about myself. Maybe I'm just projecting my insecurities onto this video and this thingy. Oh well, on to number 1. At number 1, we have the icons, the bad bitches, the queens, the Scorpios. The thing about Scorpios is that I feel like I haven't met a Scorpio that wasn't attractive. Like, y'all always look good, and I don't even understand it. Like, y'all always just naturally look good. Like, y'all are naturally beautiful, and I don't really understand it, but I am gonna sit here and appreciate y'all's beauty. Like, y'all just look that good. And also, I just feel like Scorpios just naturally have like that sexual, like sensual energy, and I really think that's so sexy. And then also the other thing that I like about Scorpios is that I feel like y'all can be a little jealous, especially in like relationships, and I kind of think that's kind of cute. Like, I don't know, like obviously like there's a limit to being jealous, but like, you know, when like your man gets upset over like a tiny little thing, and he's just like, you know, he has a little attitude because, you know, some guy's giving you attention on the internet or whatever, he's just like, who's this, and blah blah blah. And, like, I just think that's kind of cute. I don't know, it's like a little, I mean, is that toxic? I feel like that's a bit toxic, but it's kind of cute. That is what I like about Scorpions. I feel like y'all are very independent, and like y'all just are like on top of your stuff, and like y'all are just fun people. Like, y'all are party people, and y'all are just like cool people to hang out with, and And that's why I appreciate y'all. That's why I love y'all. That's why y'all are great. And that's why y'all are at number 1. And that's where you're gonna stay, period. But yeah, that is me ranking the zodiac signs from worst to best. But guys, if you're out there and you're questioning my list and you have an issue with my list, please feel free to email me with your questions and your concerns. And also, if I've offended anyone with this list, just know that deep down in my heart, I don't care. Deuces!